a little bit nervous about spending money with stuff.
Yeah.
So why ask somebody to spend money when they, most 99% of concealed carry classes out there are garbage. Poor quality, poor information, or just garbage.
Well, yeah.
So we thought, let's provide it for free first. Let's let people see that our class is absolutely amazing, super high quality production, amazing information. Let's give it for free. And then let's charge for the actual live fire training.
Yeah, because, before they would have to pay and then watch the video, but they're like, how is the video? What if the video doesn't work, or where, all this kind of stuff. They have all these questions about the video. So now they can just watch the video, go, okay, yes, this video is legit, and then pay to complete the live fire and get their certificate.
It's about providing value first before we ask for any money.
Yeah. So anyway,
which is awesome.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Okay, so another crazy incident that happened in Tampa, road rage.
I don't even know about this one.
Okay, so this is it. So road rage, this guy's name is Freddie Hernandez. Pulled up to a red light, actually near our Tampa office, Waters and Anderson.
Okay, oh yeah.
Okay, so nice older dude. He's a mechanic, very, very nice guy apparently. He got into a little bit of a road rage incident, got out of his vehicle, and approached the other driver. The other driver, his name is Curtis James, was driving the other vehicle, saw Hernandez exit his vehicle, grabbed his Glock 30, which is a 45.
Just from someone walking up to his car?
Okay, so his argument, or what he said to the police during the interview, is, I thought Hernandez was going for something in his waistband. I'm going to call BS. I call BS on that.
And guess what? Thinking something's happening is not enough.
No, it could meet the standard of a reasonable belief. Kind of like if you remember the Uber driver shooting that happened in Lakeland. The guy said, I'm going to effing shoot you, but he was holding just a cell phone.
Did the guy say any of that?
The guy, we know very little.
Did the guy verbally threaten him or anything? I don't know.
We know very little. Allegedly, there's surveillance footage. We don't have the footage. Okay. I can't see it. The police have it, though.
Okay.
So this guy, Curtis James, he fired a shot into Hernandez.
Through his window?
Through the window. Hernandez fell on the ground and was allegedly trying to get back up. And this is when Curtis James just opened fire.
No! Oh.
And then the article says, in Tampa Bay Times, that Hernandez could not get back up after that. So dead, right? Totally dead. What do you think?
I think it's terrible. 2, I think that people have literally no respect for human life. Like, they don't realize. It's like people aren't even human to people anymore, which is really sad, but also super scary, because to think that, I should kill another human being, somebody's brother, somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's husband, because they got out of their vehicle and approached me, or whatever it is. I just think that that's crazy. Do I think that the guy should have got out of his vehicle? No, I don't. Stupid decision, but I also don't think that he deserves to die because of it. So they said they think he was reaching for something. Did they find a firearm on him at all?
I don't think our stream is even working.
Are we live? I can check on here. I'm sure it is. So. Dun, dun, dun. It's my computer.
Okay, so people are saying it's all good now, better now. What the hell?
You're on. Okay. Had to reload the page. Oh, well, crap. I don't know. That's my crappy computer, because Ryan's good computer.
Okay, it's back up now, just under a different live stream.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I don't know how much you missed there. I don't know. Did they get your story? Did you guys get the story that Ryan told about the
road rage shooting in Tampa?
Let us know. Did you get the full story, or did it break up? Let us know. Okay, see you on Facebook. YouTube is not working. Okay.
Audio was working, though.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, good thing. Good thing I didn't say anything naughty. Yeah. Okay, did you guys hear Ryan talk about the road rage shooting, or did that get cut off? Can somebody tell me? Facebook keeps going in and out. YouTube better. Okay.
Road rage.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you guys did hear the story. Okay. what do you guys think about that? About the guy? You know, I can even say, okay, you shot him once, fine. But once you shoot someone, do you really, I mean, if you shot me, I'm probably going to try to get up to get the hell away.
Sure, that's pretty normal.
Doesn't mean you start freaking opening fire, blasting rounds again. Like, now you have the upper advantage. You have the guy on the ground, bleeding, shot, and you already have your firearm drawn. So now you have the upper advantage where you can use discernment and be like, okay, now if he draws a firearm, I can blast away.
Yeah.
But just because he tries to get up, that does not give you the right to unload your firearm on him, because he could have lived through that and now you flat out murdered him.
I got a way better story that I think Life and Death sent it to me.
What, do you agree with my assessment of this?
I agree. I think if the dude is reaching for a gun, then you got to keep shooting. But, you know, when you shoot anybody that's ever killed an animal, shot an animal before, you know that it might be dying, but it's still going to flop around and stuff, right? Yeah. So I think it's excessive.
And he's probably trying to get away, let's be honest. Somebody just shot you.
But, you know, the lesson here is that it doesn't matter what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do.
Don't get out of your vehicle.
Stay in your vehicle.
100%.
Don't get out. Crazy people in a road rage situation, they will kill you. They don't care. People have this twisted, sick understanding of what Florida stand your ground means.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And they always feel like, oh, I felt like my life was threatened, so I can just blast away.
I get in this argument all the time with people in the class.
Dude.
Oh, my life was in danger. And then this guy...
It's in the Florida Concealed Carry group like every other day.
This guy said to me, he goes, well, the cop said that I was within my right. And I said, that cop is an idiot.
Well, not only that you're going to be in front of a jury.
And... that's what I said to the guy. I said, dude, do you think that cop, when you're standing in front of the jury testifying, you think that cop's going to walk in and be like, hold on, guys, it's okay. I told him he's allowed to shoot that person. That cop doesn't care about you.
And even if he did, it's still up to the jurors to make the decision.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just because you feel like you're in fear for your life, you have to have something to back that up. I literally had someone be like, somebody walked on my yard while I was, in the garage shed working, and they startled them. So now they think I'm in fear for my life because I'm startled, so I can shoot you.
Like how?
What planet? Man, you're in a neighborhood. Like there's people, there's other families right around, and you're going to start shooting bullets because somebody startled you?
But see, that's the immaturity that we deal with a good portion of the Second Amendment community. It's immaturity. It's people who in fact, this leads into our next story. It's people that think using their gun in a self-defense situation, whether justified or not, that it's going to end very quickly. They think that they're going to shoot somebody, go fill out some paperwork real quick, then they're going to get a key to the city and then walk home. But this next story actually happened in Riverview, or in Ruskin.
Oh, so this one. I know what you're talking about.
This is called the Ice Cream Man and Murder Case. So this guy, let me just read the story here. This is from the Tampa Bay Times. He says that a Ruskin man, it has been 11 years since he was accused of killing 2 men and wounding 4 others. So 11 years ago, he was involved in a shooting. He has been sitting in jail this entire time and still does not have a decision from the courts. You know, people say all the time, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. This guy is being judged by 12. In Florida, it's actually you're judged by 6. He's being judged by the jury. It's been 11 years, and they still don't have a decision.
And this is the best comment I think I've ever read, because people always say that I'd rather be judged by whatever. This is what Drew says. I don't want to be judged by the people who can't figure out how to get out of jury duty.
You know what? That's a great point.
That is so good.
If you're not smart enough to get out of jury duty, I don't want you choosing how my life is going to go.
Well, the thing is that with today's, like the way things are, like I feel like, 30 years ago, it was much more like, well, maybe balanced, right? Every person wasn't so hardcore this way or hardcore that way. It was more like this. But now it's like this or this. Yeah. So, your odds are bad. If you get just a little more of this on that jury, you're screwed. Whereas before it was, people could be one way and believe in one thing, but they could also see the other side and see it objectively. Now, they don't want to see it objectively. They see one side and one side only. And if you're not on that side, you're freaking screwed.
Yeah.
That's the way it is nowadays. So I would not want to chance it at all.
Okay, so this incident happened on Thanksgiving morning in 2010. So when a dark van rolled up beside a house in Ocean Mist Court in Ruskin, a group of guys, they were out there talking, they were playing cards on a porch. Guy got out wearing a dark hoodie, holding a long gun, I assume rifle. He was wearing a shirt that allegedly said police or sheriff. And then he forced all these dudes to get on the ground, and then he just opened fire, killing 2 of them. So you're now the victim, I guess I shouldn't call him the victim, the guy that's being held in court, the reason, now, based on this article, it doesn't sound like they have video surveillance. They don't really have witnesses that have a solid statement. What they have is Hillsborough County Sheriff's investigators suspect Keatley because months earlier he owned a ice cream store. He was robbed and shot 4 times, and they believe this guy was on a vigilante hunt for the people that shot him. But the lesson here, it's been 11 years.
Wow.
His case keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Do we really want to deal with that?
No. So you want to avoid it at all costs. Hey, Joe, thank you. Hi, Ting Ting. I saw you on there. Oh, Garrett Kemp is on there. Hey, Garrett.
What's up, Garrett?
So, thank you for welcoming me back. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we all know, like you say it all the time, like the day you have to use your firearm, it's going to be the worst day of your life. And I totally agree. Now, I don't want to scare anybody into using your firearm. If you literally have, if it's a life or death, you've played the scenarios in your head. You've played the what if game. You know Florida law, backwards and forwards, and you're confident that, someone was kicking in your door. They busted through there. They were there to hurt you, and you do use your firearm in self-defense. Then, go for it. Don't be scared to do that. You have to protect yourself. But these gray things like, oh, he was coming up to my car, kind of looked like he had something. I mean, you're in your vehicle with in a locked vehicle with windows. How much time do you have? Why do you have to shoot through the window at somebody?
Well, drive, number one.
Well, one, you can drive. Okay, I'm stuck at a red light. Okay, you're stuck at a red light. How hard is it to break a window, Ryan?
It's tough. I have tried.
How many times have you tried when you were making your video?
With the crowbar, I hit a window. Probably 6 times I couldn't break it.
Right. So, is that guy safe inside of his vehicle?
Unless the bad guy has a gun.
Unless the guy pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
But if the guy pulls out a gun, then fine. I would hammer on I would go through I would do whatever.
I would shoot him. If I know you have a gun, I'm going to shoot you.
If you can get it out. I'm just saying, like, for him to pull out preemptively without seeing a firearm, I think that's a gray area for me. I don't think that he should have done that.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's going to not have a good time.
Better story.
Oh, gosh.
Life and Death just sent this to me right when we were getting ready for the live stream, so I watched this. Happened in Polk County this week, okay? This week.
Gosh.
So there's this tow truck company that has a contract with like a mobile home park, a trailer park, and any of the like broken down vehicles or whatever in the trailer park, they're supposed to tow them, right? So this towing company...
Wait a minute. Make a muscle. I want you to show everybody your arms. Ryan doesn't have... He's got skinny arms, but he's still got muscle. It does kind of look like I got bigger arms than you. Wait. No, this way. I got muscular arms because I lift a lot of weights. But everybody says you got skinny arms there. I don't think they're that skinny. To me, I like
I'm just long.
Yeah. They're just long. But he's got some muscle on there. I like it. Yeah. Floats my boat. Anyway,
okay, whatever.
So finish your story.
So this tow truck company was kind of predatory. So what they would do is
really
late at night, they would go at 11 o'clock at night with flashlights.
Yeah.
And they would look for people that were barely parked on the grass and tow them. Oh. They would look for cars that didn't have a license plate, tow it. Even though
they were probably even towing people that weren't on the grass because they can say, "Oh, you were on the grass." I mean, who takes a picture? Exactly.
And these are people that don't have a lot of money, right? They probably don't have enough money to go hire an attorney to litigate this. So anyway, they towed this dude's car. As they're towing it, the owner comes out and says, "Hey, we just took the plate off. The plate's right here. Leave the car and let me put the plate on it." Now, by law, the tow truck company has to let you get your car back for 50% of what the normal rate is. But the tow truck driver said no. You got to come to the yard and you got to get it.
Right.
So They drive the vehicle over 10 miles away, make the guy take an Uber or whatever to go get it.
So now he's hot.
So then the vehicle is in the back of the lot, but the battery is dead. So they said, we'll bring it up to the front so that you can jump it.
Florida Patriot says, someone call the ATF brandishing guns on the live stream.
Oh, nice.
I was like, what? We showed a gun?
Yeah.
Duh. Took me a few minutes. That's funny. That's a great comment.
So the car battery was dead in the back. They said, hey, we need to get our car back there so we can jump it. And he said, I'll tow your car from the back to the front for an extra $100.
Oh, you're freaking kidding me.
You're a dick. You're a jerk,
and you're already hot because you already took my car. You already made me take a Uber or whatever, 10 miles.
So then the guy has to go get some money or whatever and come back. So as he's coming back, he floors it. This is the victim now. The victim floors it and swerves and runs over one of the workers of this tow truck company.
Oh, shit.
Okay? So now it's getting bad, right? So then the victim, the guy who had his car towed, gets out of his vehicle.
Well, he's not a victim anymore.
And is walking over to the group, and the owner of the tow truck company pulls out a gun and shoots him and kills him. Crazy, right?
Literally just happened in Polk. What did Grady Judd say about
that? Okay, it was like a 20-minute long video.
Yeah, of course.
Grady Judd is like, so then when the sheriff showed up, the owner of the tow truck company was like, stand your ground, stand your ground. He just kept repeating it.
Well, I mean, he already killed someone, so, I mean. And
the sheriffs were like, why do you keep saying stand your ground? This has nothing to do with stand your ground. And the owner got arrested with second-degree murder or something like that.
Okay, so he was walking towards them, but he didn't have
no weapon.
No gun. Okay.
No threats. Yes, he hit him, but the brother's not going to die. Okay?
Okay.
And if the police would have shown up after the original victim hit the brother, then the guy whose car was towed is the one that would have gone to jail.
Yeah, for sure, because you just hit somebody with your vehicle.
But the other guy was emotional.
This sounds like this is what I tell you. This is what this is. This is called the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Two hotheads meet up.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell Ryan all the time. Like, you can have road rage, right? But usually 90% of the time, one of the other people is level-headed. And they're like, dude, just go, move on. And then that hothead is on his way. But when a hothead meets a hothead who's like, oh no, mother effer, you're not going to mess with me. That's when it turns, terrible. Do you remember, and it's not just with guns. Let's be honest. This guy used his car. Do you remember last year, those two guys that were on the Skyway Bridge? And there were, one guy in front of the other, one guy in front of the other, and they kept doing that. And then the other guy moved in front of the other, caught the car. They both rolled, one car rolled, flew over the bridge, and the guy drowned.
Oh, really?
Like, dude, you just freaking killed somebody because you're being a doinker. Like,
scary.
It's super scary. Super scary. Anyway, do we have any questions? Grady rocks. I know. I can watch that guy. I really enjoy him.
It was hilarious.
Is he running again, though? I thought I saw that he wasn't going to run again.
I heard some people say that he was not interested in another.
Oh, somebody wanted him to run for something else maybe, and he wants to stay where he is. I like him. I think he's good.
Yeah, I think he does a great job.
Yeah, instant karma. Exactly. I agree. The softy in me that is like, this is a human being. Like, somebody's husband, brother, what.
You know what? The reality is everybody deserves to be born. Not everybody deserves to keep living.
Oh, I don't really believe in that.
You think Osama bin Laden deserves to keep living? Hell no.
Fine.
You think Saddam Hussein deserves to keep living?
I mean, you're getting the worst of the worst. I do believe that God can change people, and I do believe that people can change. And I'm also a really empathetic person, which gets me into trouble sometimes. But being empathetic means that you can very easily put yourself in somebody else's shoes and, understand that, hey, if I was in their shoes, and there's a show on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it, I think it's called I Am a Murderer or something like that. But it goes through all these, it's a documentary series that talks to all these murderers. And I'll tell you what, they all started off like as good, good people, but they were 9 times out of 10, these, most of the murderers were boys, were molested, were beaten, were locked up in sheds, were not fed, like all kinds of crazy stuff. So, you got to have some empathy and think like, okay, if I grew up that way, who knows how I would have turned out. So you just don't know.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we just let them walk around in our society.
I agree, but I'm saying a lot of these people are, they
I
are remorseful and they're like, they understand now, where they went wrong and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel bad for some people.
I feel bad for anybody that has to live in a life like
empathy
that.
Empathy gets me in trouble. Yeah. I know. So you can't. It's bad if you have too much empathy, but.
So Arthur says, what do you guys think about Taliban taking over Afghanistan? First, let me make this comment. It is, according to the anti-gun community, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So they say that we Americans, we should not have AR-15s. We can't be trusted with AR-15s. You idiots just allowed the largest terror organization in the world to get thousands of AR-15s. Does that make sense? Do you know that?
Patty said there was a shooting at that same tow company in May.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, so.
Not a good trend.
Not a good trend. And yeah, that might be why he was arrested so quickly too. If they're like, hey, wait a minute, we were just here for a, shooting or whatever.
Yeah. So what do you think about Taliban taking over Afghanistan and what happened?
Okay. So I obviously am no expert in the matter. I feel really bad for, all the people that lost their lives over the last 20 years while we've been there, and all the people that have gone there and done their tours and, and to help these people. And then now it just crumbles and goes all to shit. And I can see how they can feel. Like, there was a dad who lost his son and he was like, I kind of feel like, his death was in vain now because you just let everything go to shit.
Yeah.
So I do agree that we can't be there forever, but I don't think that just pulling everybody out like that was the right thing to do by any means. And I don't think that leaving the now 11,000 Americans that are there.
Hold on. What the
are you
hell?
effing kidding me? This is that Hillary freaking Benghazi thing or whatever it was all over again.
I try not to make this, I don't want this to be political.
No, but would they have done that if it was their own kids over there?
No, of course not. This would be a totally different thing.
Exactly. And that's where.
And the fact that they are they say, we've negotiated with the Taliban. The Taliban is going to get them to safety.
Right.
The Taliban is our enemy.
Oh, my God.
They are our enemy.
That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
This is our administration.
Saying, okay, so these kids got abducted through sex traffickers, and we can't get to them, so we're going to go get the drug cartel and ask the drug cartels to get these kids to safety. That's basically...
Sure.
Yeah, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So
it's very dumb. And I think if Trump was in office, I think we all know what would happen. We would have SEALs, Delta, DevGru.
And I think that's what needs to happen. I think they need to send over a crew, like the biggest crew, and they need to
stack bodies.
I don't want to say this because I don't cuss, but they need to effing annihilate.
But you see, there's a book that I'm reading right now, and it talks about when you're at war with your enemy, you can never stop before your enemy is completely crushed.
Yes, and they didn't.
And that's the mistake that we made. Is we fought Taliban, but we did not crush the Taliban.
Yeah.
You have to completely annihilate them. Yes. Annihilate their way of thinking.
Yes, they were all in hiding. They were all, but this is the thing. You don't just pull out to see like if the roaches are going to come out. You check, right? You set traps and you check and you make sure all the roaches are dead before you remove. So just to literally get up and leave, I mean, it's terrible. It's disgusting. But it's despicable. And honestly...
But you left without even telling Americans what was happening to give them time to get out?
I have to say this too. That is not the American way. It's not. And it's really, like, it's embarrassing. And it's just...
they don't get embarrassed.
It's
disgusting. I don't think they care.
Because...
I don't think they care.
It would have been like... us not intervening, in the Holocaust. Like, you don't just stand by.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
You don't just stand by and watch that. And if you guys watched, who's that guy? The Indian fella that makes those movies. Oh, is that bad?
Dinesh D'Souza.
Dinesh. No, love
he's
Dinesh.
Indian.
I
You
know.
can say that.
If you've watched Dinesh, his what is it called? America the Great, or America, or Love America, or America the Beautiful, something like that. If you watch that documentary, your mind will be blown away, because he really breaks down how
Dinesh is one of the smartest people I've ever listened to.
Yeah, but how America, everybody says, is the bully and we're fighting for wars and stuff, but he shows how America is actually the only country that goes in and spends their own money and loses lives to help other countries without conquering the country and taking it.
You know what's interesting? I didn't know that Afghanistan had so much lithium. And it just goes to show, like, if America really was out there just to take shit from all these other countries, we would have taken all this lithium that they had. But now China is getting in there, negotiating all these deals with the Taliban, because China wants the lithium.
Yeah. So America has always been the country that's like, hey, we're going to spend our own money. We're going to send in our own soldiers. We're going to lose lives of Americans to help your country, because we don't want your people to suffer. We don't want to see, bad people overtake you, and we have the power to do it. We have the resources, the money, and the soldiers to do it. So we've always been that compassionate, as I would say, like gentle giant, right? I mean, yeah, we go in there, but we're helping them. So to see this happen, it's like such a slap in the face. Like, this is not America's character. This is not what we've never done this.
This is what happens when you have a senile person in office making decisions. Dude can't even figure out where the front door to the White House is. He walked around the garden entrance.
And I don't want to make it, super political or whatever, because we have a lot of followers and we have a lot of people that.
But you guys got to call a spade, man. Yeah, when Trump said dumb stuff, we said that was stupid.
That's true.
This is stupid. Yeah. The fact that they have thousands of now armored Humvees. Yeah. The military bases we spent 20 years building. Now the Taliban has that. You took somebody that was our enemy, our greatest enemy. Yeah. And you just fortified the shit out of their country, and then gave them a bunch of weapons.
Did you see the picture where they took, like, all the soldiers, like, gear and stuff, helmets and stuff, and then they took the flag, the Afghan flag, and they mocked that picture of when they were putting it on.
When they were putting up the American flag on that Japanese island?
Yes, they did that.
Oh, fuck them.
Wearing all of our gear with their flag.
Yeah. Freaking nuke 'em.
I saw that on the news today. It was really sad.
Yeah, and you saw the mother passing her baby over the fence, her 6-month-old baby or whatever. Like, that's pure desperation.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sad. It's really sad. Okay, King Life has a question there. Go ahead and ask it. I
already have my CCW in Florida. I'm still able to apply for a non-resident permit for New York. Yeah, of course. It's going to be hard. Like, New York doesn't even want to give permits to residents.
And don't you, I'm sweating so much. In New York, am I right? Don't you have to, give them a list of, they ask your neighbors, they ask
and in certain areas, you can't get a concealed carry permit unless you're making bank deposits of $10,000 per or more per week.
What?
So, and you have to prove all that. One guy was in our class. He said it was already 18 months and he still didn't have his permit in New York. And then he just moved down here.
He's like, oh, wow, this is easy.
Yeah. So I was like, you'll get your permit in 30 days, dude.
Oh, my gosh. That's so crazy. Okay. What's it say? They need to wipe the country off the face of the earth. Yeah.
We got to get the good people out first, though, right? You got to get the good people
out, though, because there's a lot of good people there and a lot of people that are suffering. And that's the thing that just pisses me off so much, because, again, this is not the way we do things.
But Joe Biden actually said something that I agreed with, which is a big shocker. Wow. He said, why should we fight for your...
I'm going to get ready to punch you.
Okay. Why should we fight for your country when you're not even willing to fight yourself?
Okay.
The president of Afghanistan just fled at the first sign of danger.
Yeah.
The military that we've spent 20 years training just ran first sign of danger.
Sure. So, agree, 100%. You don't freaking just up and leave. You don't leave our people. Fine if,
you don't leave our people and you don't leave freaking weapons.
You don't leave our people. You don't leave weapons, and you make a strategic exit. You figure out how to do that, but just to like literally up and leave, like that just feels like so wrong. I don't know. It just feels so wrong.
Yeah.
And I really feel bad, not just for the Americans there, but I also really feel bad for the people that just were born in that country, right?
Yeah.
They're good people. They love their kids just like you and I. They want the best for their family. They just want to live in peace. They don't believe in all this, jihadist freaking crap. And unfortunately, they were born in that country, and it's, not their fault. And now they're just left there to fend for themselves. And these people, this is the thing. Like, I don't like to use this word very often. And in fact, I used to get mad at you when you would say it. But I know that military people are the ones that say it because they've seen it firsthand. These people, this Taliban and what's it called? Al-Qaeda. They're savages. They don't have, They're
exactly what we talk about is the wolf. Yeah, they don't have empathy.
They have
zero
don't care who
empathy.
They hurt. And the things that they're doing to these women and children and men, that are not on their crew is just horrific. It is horrific. And yeah, I don't know.
So everybody that bitches and complains about how terrible America is, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shut up. We don't have to deal with any of that stuff, no matter how bad our country is right now with the nonsense and the BS that we're dealing with. We don't have to deal with that.
I mean, you freaking, sorry. Man, I'm cussing a lot this time, but you dumbasses are burning the freaking American flag and nothing happens to you. Like it's crazy what people get away with here,
But they'll chop your head off there.
Oh, yeah.
You say anything. The reason that the Afghanistan military is so afraid is because the Taliban will cut your head off.
Yeah.
They will murder your entire family if you say anything about
in front of you. Rape them, cut them into pieces like that other guy that got hung in the street. They cut his arms off and...
Yeah, we had to watch intelligence briefings and stuff about Afghanistan, when we were deploying and stuff. And it was crazy. Heads getting cut off.
Yeah.
Arms, penises. Like, it was just wild.
Yeah, like, where do you see that happen here in America because you don't believe in something? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're like, oh, you don't agree with me? Okay, have a nice day.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Frank. I'm excited to be back. Okay. So Eddie says, I so enjoy being with fellow Americans on a Monday night with Tampa Carry Live. Yes. And I'm so excited to be back. Mary says, Ryan looks excited. You're cussing a lot. Blame it on the recovery. I'm typically not a cusser, but Ryan is a little bit. Ryan's more of a cusser, but I will say this, they say like, be careful who you hang around with. Well, he rubs off on me. Like, I'll do good. I can do good on my own for a while, but then you rub off on me and I kind of like get into the...
It's fun, isn't it?
No, I don't like it. I hate it. I'll tell you what. This is how I feel about cussing. I was a smoker for 15 years.
Okay.
And how long have I quit now? For like 10 or 12? No, Paisley's 12. So I quit for like a long time. Like, I don't know, 12 years. But I was like what you call like an undercover smoker. Like, I always felt super guilty about it. I always felt super ashamed when I would smoke. I always felt dirty, but I was addicted, right? Like, I was like a real hardcore smoker. So that's how I feel about cussing. Like, I don't want to be a cusser. I'm ashamed. I don't want to say it, but then it just happens. Like, I just do it. So anyway, I need y'all to pray for me.
Jesus, get this demon out of this woman.
No, pray for yourself because you are who you hang around with. If you stop cussing, I'll stop cussing.
I'm happy with who I am.
I know you are. You love it. You like think the what's it called? The F word is like the greatest word ever.
It is the greatest word. There's this video on YouTube that's got like, 20 million views or whatever. And it's why the F word is the greatest word in the English language.
Really?
Yeah. And the guy goes over like it can be used as a noun, an adjective, a verb. I don't even know all the different things, but he breaks it down and it's like, wow, this actually is the greatest word ever.
Okay, any updates on the availability of ammo? Ammo's getting back, and ammo's coming back.
It's getting back, but
slowly.
Biden just banned
I know,
all ammunition
Russian.
from Russia.
Yeah.
So what I think
So
is
what's
going
the plan with that? Why did they?
Number one, I don't think we should be buying anything from Russia.
Yeah.
I think Russia is a terrible country. They should not be getting anything from America, period. All goods from Russia should be banned, in my opinion. So...
Because you don't want to give them any money because...
Why would we give a country that hates us and wants the destruction of America to succeed any money?
My mom has... Oh, thank you so much, Dan. Poor Dan's family's got corona.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
that
his
sucks.
kids. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Dan. We're praying for them. So my mom in Canada has exchange students, right? She doesn't anymore, but she's had from Brazil and Czech, and she had a Russian guy there. And when Ryan and I were there visiting, Ryan said, so what do the Russians really think about us Americans? And you know what this 19-year-old kid said? Do you remember?
No.
All Russia ever thinks about and talks about is how to take over America. That is our number one goal, is what he said. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean, I don't know, was he messing with us? But he said it. He was very serious.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So anyway, I kind of agree that we wouldn't want to give, but then I kind of feel the same way about China too.
It is with China.
America
epically screwed up.
Yeah,
we have
give
lost
China
the strategic
way too
advantage.
Much.
We are at the knees of China now.
Yeah.
And it's going to take somebody with some real balls, Trump, to be able to fix it, which is why he got destroyed in this last election.
Yeah.
And just everything, right? So it was just horrible because he was the only person that could stop this epic screw up that we made with China.
So, okay, wait. So hold up there. What does a pretty good country? You buy stuff there cheaper than you can buy it in America. I'm not sure quite what he meant with that, but yes, but if we had more manufacturing in America, then we could have the prices down, right?
Here's the thing with entrepreneurs, right? When entrepreneurs identify a problem, we are going to provide the solution. So when you take away ammo or manufacturing in China, if we banned all that, entrepreneurs in America are going to say, well, this is it, man. Now it is time for another massive industrial revolution in America.
And we would have tons of plants.
We would have so many plants.
We would have
dude,
tons of jobs for people.
Trillions of dollars would be reinvested into America.
We would make a ton of money, and then other countries would buy trades from us. So America would actually...
It would be painful in the beginning.
Yes, a little bit.
As we adapted and changed.
And we would,
but we would figure it out, and we would
thrive. Be up, but I'll tell you what would not happen. We wouldn't be importing products that are, filled with lead and all these makeups and stuff that they're finding, all these cancer-causing things that are coming all from China because they're sending it over and, it's banned over there. It's banned in their own country, but they're sending it over to us. So we wouldn't have that happening because we would have American-made products and America would flourish just like, you would have, I bet you Chicago would turn into a huge...
Detroit. Opportunity
is what I
for
meant to
manufacturing in Detroit. Yep. Oh my gosh,
Detroit would probably turn into, one of the best cities. I mean, it would be crazy. No workers yet, Jay, but I do think that if we had that people would go back to working. So... yeah.
Again, this whole nobody wants to work thing, this is all a mindset that has just happened in the last year. They cannot fund this crap the way that they've been doing it.
Yes.
One family I was hearing about, they're making $83,000 a year just from unemployment with the husband, wife, and somebody else or whatever. Why would you go to work? That's a lot of money. Why would you go to work? Mm-hmm. Struggle, have the headaches, all that stuff. I would still work.
No, but if you take that stuff, geez, I hate my homeland for that crap produced there. Ting Ting says that. Yes, Ting Ting. I've watched a couple of documentaries. I didn't know how bad it was, but I've watched a couple of documentaries, and it's very sad. It's very scary, the stuff that they're importing. But anyway, that's the thing. If you actually followed the biblical thing where the Bible says if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat, that's what people have to do. When people are in desperation, you take away their iPhones.
Somehow they figure out how to make money.
Let me ask you this. How does somebody that doesn't have a job have a newer iPhone than I do?
These phones are $1,200 now.
I had to have an iPhone 6 for ever. And everybody else.
In fact, I made you buy the newer phone.
I know. Ryan like literally made me because I'm like, I don't need to have another phone. But yet people that are not working are having iPhone 12s and 13s and like, you know, all this crazy stuff.
Jordans that they paid $2,000 for.
I don't even know what a Jordan looks like. But yeah, they're driving newer cars than me. Like I work my butt off 14 hours plus a day. I make a fairly good living for myself. And I drive a 2007 car that I have to use pliers to turn the air conditioner on. But yet you have people that are not working that have, you know, big screen TVs. And Ryan and I had a 32-inch TV until we moved here. We got a 65-inch, and it's
so we went to buy this new mattress. This was like a year ago or whatever. And as we're talking to the mattress like sales rep, she goes, "Oh, this, you know, everybody drives a $50,000 car. Nobody buys a car for less than that." I was like, "Ma'am, we have never spent that much money."
Yeah, we paid $7,000.
Yeah, we paid like $15,000 for or $17,000 for my truck. Like,
well, we just got that though, like a year ago. So you're almost 40 years old.
But the point is, the mindset of this woman was, it's very normal to pay $50,000 for a truck. I'm thinking you're nuts to spend that much money on a vehicle.
Unless if you got it,
unless you got a ton of money,
you got money in the bank, you got 401k or whatever, fine. But anyway, it's almost time to go. Let me wrap up with this. So, wow, Tiff has AC. Yeah, I do have AC in my car. Yeah, I got to use the pliers, but I couldn't live without AC.
I drove without AC for years.
I know you did. For years. I know.
Years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just turned what, 38?
Yeah.
And we just got your truck last year. We paid $17,000. Otherwise, every vehicle before that was $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah.
Was
like busted, dude.
Yeah.
Busted, ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. That's just, anyway, my whole point of that was stop giving people all these luxuries because, why are they going to work if they get all that stuff?
Yeah.
They're not going to work. You take that stuff away, you put that money back into the taxpayers' pockets, right? The people that are actually working and paying taxes, and those other people are going to decide, you know what? I guess if I want to have a new iPhone, if I want to have a car, if I want to have the status and all this stuff, I guess I'm going to have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Novel freaking idea.
So
Ray says, literally today I was in St. Augustine, saw a guy begging for money while talking on his smartphone. Awesome. It's awesome, dude.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
So Shell says that she drove without AC for 13 years. You got it, sister. I mean, that's what
And you know what? It wasn't that bad. It doesn't bother me much. It bothers Tiffany. But I was okay with it.
I'll tell you why it bothers me, because I get car sick. And the only thing that helps with car sickness is to have that cold air blowing on you, right? So I crank it up. Everybody else in the car is whining, and I'm like, just stop.
But you know what? When you have that pain of, this really sucks. I got a house. Our house, for years, the roof was leaking where we had to put freaking buckets.
6 different spots.
Okay, buckets to stop the rainwater.
Yeah.
When you have that, it lights something inside of you that says, I have got to develop my skills, do whatever I have to do to get out of this situation.
Yeah, I got to work my way up in my job. I got to, whatever it is, I got to get a second job, whatever it is. But people are losing that now.
So the other day I was on a Clubhouse and they asked me, what I was doing that week. And I said, well, last night at like 9 o'clock, I got a package from Amazon and it was a book on how to underwrite. So how to evaluate the finances of an investment. I said I was so excited about getting this book that I stayed up until midnight reading this book on financial underwriting. And the lady, who's a $50 million net worth kind of lady, she said, you stayed up till midnight reading a book on financial underwriting? And I said, yes, and I'm excited to read it again tonight. And she said, that's what it takes to be successful. Because you don't deserve to watch TV. Mm-hmm. You don't deserve to be on your phone. What your family deserves is for you to bust out a book, develop your skills so that you are indispensable.
Yeah, agree. So my dad just texted this to me. Probably can't see it, hey? So it's a meme, and it says, want to turn $40 into $400? Put the $40 of gas into your car and drive your stupid ass to work. Yes, Dad, you're right.
Awesome.
Hey, somebody asked what the age gap was between Ryan and I. So Ryan is 38 and I'm 32.
That's not it.
Ryan is 38. Are you 38?
I'm 38, yeah.
Ryan's 38 and I'm 41. So we're only 3 years apart? I always thought all these years we were 4 years apart. 3 years is nothing. Okay, are we ready to go? I know, or 5 more minutes. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. People are having fun.
Okay.
Hanging out.
Are you guys having fun? Do you want 5 more minutes?
We
or do you
talked
want
on
us to
Clubhouse
go?
the other day for 2 hours, and Michelle's on here. Michelle, I think you would agree with me. If I didn't shut that stream down,
It would have kept going.
they would have kept talking.
Okay.
It was great. So
I'm feeling okay. Besides my swass.
Yeah.
But I'm a little sweaty. But besides being sweaty, I feel okay. Like I don't feel like I'm in too much pain, so I can handle it. Let's be honest. I've been working the last couple days. Like my first days out of bed, I can't do a lot of house cleaning, but I got my ass at that computer, and I've been working 14-hour days sitting in.
Yeah. So Mary said, "What are you working on for Tampa Carry?" So she said, "You guys are always working on cool stuff."
Gosh.
Tons of cool stuff. My new book, Florida Concealed Carry: Shoot or Don't Shoot. Yep. We're filming a course, so the video course of it, which is pretty dope.
Writing the book or getting the new Florida Concealed Carry 2022 book done. Almost done. We've got a couple photo shoots coming up for that I had to set up. Then we've got the Carry University instructors, which is...
We're basically taking the technology, the systems that we created to create Tampa Carry, and we're able to give it to other firearms instructors. So instead of, it took us 10 years to figure all this out. Instead of you struggling to create these systems and create all this stuff, let us just give it to you.
So we basically have it where NRA instructors in the state of Florida can just pay us a fee, and then we give them like a pre-built website with all Ryan's videos, the Florida Concealed Carry class, all the bonus videos, all that stuff that they can just sell as their own and then just complete the live fire training at their local range. So it's a big, a big beast, and I've been working tirelessly on that along with all the other stuff. Plus, we have a lot of social media channels that we're working on. We have a lot of different groups and stuff. So we're just Ryan and I both work a solid 14 plus hours a day. And it seems like the pile barely moves, but I love it. I have to say this. I love my life. I love working hard for everything that I have. I love seeing the results of my hard work. I love the challenges. I love the failures even. And I've grown to love even to work with you, which that wasn't the case, 8 years ago.
Definitely not.
We used to hate it, but now we actually like it. Ryan and I have learned how to not be against each other and learn to be a team. So that's probably, I would say, the number one thing that we've learned that has made things, cool. Okay, wait. Somebody asked, Tiff, I was going to ask what was wrong, Ray. Glad you're okay. Ray, so 3 weeks ago today, Monday, I had a mommy makeover, which is a tummy tuck and a breast lift. So after having all the kids and stuff, let me just tell you, I was, flopping all over. Yeah, that was me getting out of the pool, Ryan. That's a joke. Please, nobody think that's really me. That's from Arrested Development. But so I had that, and that's not a small surgery. I knew what it was. I underestimated this. So they also do now what's called muscle repair. So apparently when you have babies and your stomach stretches out, your muscles actually rip apart. So what they do is, if you're squeamish, don't listen, plug your ears. What they do is cut from hip to hip. They lift the whole tummy up, basically over your head. And then they stitch up all those stomach muscles like a corset. Then they pull that flap back down. They cut a new belly button hole, and they cut all that extra stuff off and stitch you up.
Did they cut a new belly button hole? So this isn't like your original belly button hole?
Your original belly button, they cut around it, and it stays attached. But then when they pull your skin over...
Oh, they got to have a hole.
They cut a hole, and then they stitch it back in. So they don't move the belly button. They just put it in a new, in the same spot, technically. And then for the boobs...
Did they get rid of that third nipple?
Shut up. And then for the boobs, right? This is crazy. They cut all the way, but they cut all the way underneath and then up and then around your nipples, and they push it all up where it's supposed to be and then sew it all back up. So I didn't have breast implants because I already had huge huge ones. And honestly, I went down like 2 sizes and they're still huge.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't actually even notice a difference really with size.
They're still freaking huge. So anyway, that's what I had done. And it's been rough. Let me tell you, it's been rough. So thanks to everybody who's been waiting for me and stuff. And sorry to be, so Mummy Makeover and her cussing makes Ryan a lucky stud man. Yeah, the mummy makeover is going to be good. I'm excited. I will say this. I'm looking good.
You still kind of look like a very abused housewife. There's a lot of bruising still.
There's a lot of bruising and it's a little Frankenstein-y, but I mean, I think I'm gonna be happy. I think it's worth it. So the thing is, it's hard for a man to understand. Like I watch Ryan strut around all the time, naked in the bedroom. You know, he's strutting his stuff, and he's all tight,
like a peacock.
He's tight, and he's like, "Yeah, I keep this shit tight." And I'm like, "Dude, you didn't push out a bunch of babies. You didn't have a bunch of babies sucking on you and boobs and gorged.
My seed
with milk
is what created them,
dude." Like, we definitely have the hard part. So I'm like,
you want to know why you have the hard part?
I know
because you brought sin into the world. That's why. You brought sin into the world, and this is your punishment.
But I will say this. You were great about it. You didn't say, like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I saved up my quarters for this. But Ryan was never like, no, you're not going to do it. You were like,
no, you didn't even want to do it. You were like, should I do this? And I said, do it.
Because, you have the mom guilt and all that stuff. But Ryan was like, do whatever makes you happy. That's the way Ryan always rolls. And I like that. So anyway, that's what I had done. I don't know. Some people are like lying that they had it done and they're embarrassed by it. I'm not. It is what it is. I feel like I did my duties. My body fell apart after the kids, and I just wanted to have it back. Like I said, I just wanted my boobs not to slap together.
That was the funniest part of this whole live stream.
Because it's just not a good sound. So anyway, I'm happy I did it, and I lived because I was a little scary.
You didn't have to bite the apple, Tiffany. That was a choice.
Yeah. Okay, Frank and Tiff, yeah. Tiffenstein. Yep, exactly. So, battle scars. Yeah. Actually, I've seen lots of before and afters, and the scars really lighten up, and you can't even tell. So.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I think stuff's going to look good. So,
the secrets
of Tiffany. Yeah. I don't know if I should be so open about this stuff, but, I mean, it is what it is. So Ryan came to me today, and he's like, I feel much better. And I was like, oh, why? And he said, Harry's gone. I can't laugh.
Harry's the name for my hemorrhoid. So Paisley's sitting there eating, and she goes, what's Harry?
Yes, wait. You heard Ryan right. Harry's the name of his hemorrhoid.
Yeah, so
yeah, we just lay it all out on the table. Here.
You either like us or you don't.
Yeah.
Pick a side, buy the t-shirt.
Here at Tampa Carry.
Yeah.
Wait, we're dropping viewers. No, just joking. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway. All right, you ready to go?
Yep, I think I'm ready.
All right, guys, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go, Ryan's going to tell you what Clubhouse is because
yes,
you mentioned it. Somebody asked about it, and they need to know about it.
Okay. So Clubhouse is every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. We do a live stream and a conversation on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is kind of like a live stream like this, a podcast.
Yeah.
But instead of me just talking at you, if you want to talk to me, you just raise your hand.
You click the button, you raise your hand.
And I allow you to talk.
But we don't see you. But you can talk. So what's cool about it is, it's like watching this live stream now and having you guys be able to chime in and hear actual different voices and different people's things. So what's cool about it is you can hear other people talk, their perspectives. And so Ryan does that. So all you do is go to the App Store, search Clubhouse, download it, create an account, find Tampa Carry. That's all you have to do. You'll get notified when Ryan goes live, which is
every Wednesday, 5 p.m.
Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. But then he also posts on YouTube, so you can watch on YouTube and you can listen to the other viewers, but you can't actually chime in if you want to chime in. So I think it's great to give our viewers...
I have got to tell you, this is the coolest... freaking app that I have ever seen out there.
Yeah.
I think it is way better than Instagram, even YouTube.
Yeah, it's
because
cool.
YouTube, again, like a guy I went shooting with on Saturday, and he said, Ryan, I've been watching you for years, and I'm very starstruck to be standing in front of you right now.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, so it's great. But I said, what sucks is I didn't even know that you were as big of a fan as you are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't know that you're watching it.
Oh, yeah, and we don't know maybe your name on, because all of you have different names on YouTube.
But like with
and stuff.
Clubhouse, with Bill's on there every week. Even though, Bill's like going through chemotherapy right now with cancer, which sucks.
Who?
Bill. Canic Bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that sucks. Pray for him. But, it's cool. It's cool. Like, Katura was on there. And Katura,
was she?
Yeah, she's been following us for years, and I
Let
was
me
able to
tell you.
actually hear her voice now, which is awesome.
Ting Ting. Yeah, you're still on here. Oh my gosh. Ting Ting, if you're on Facebook, search Concealed Carry for Women and join our group, please, because now Katura's on there, and it makes it so much more fun. So I was like, we got to get Ting Ting on here, but I don't know if you have a Facebook. Some people don't. So if you do have a Facebook, please do that. So Steve Easters is on there. He said he's never named any of his hemorrhoids.
No, you got to. It's fun, dude. It's fun. It gives you something to think about at night when you're in pain.
Okay, wait. Ting Ting says, Harry the Hemorrhoid, Ryan, sounds like war scars. Tiffany and you are in love. Exactly. We are. We share everything with each other. And apparently we share it with you too. So it gets pretty gross on here. Hear about Ryan crapping his pants, now his hemorrhoid, my tummy tuck surgery, and my sweaty butt crack that I was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Which is happening again right now. So
yeah, this is our life.
Anyway, we love you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We will see you all next Monday.